again, friends. And this is another tour of the rock box. You guys have already got an idea of how this is gonna look because I did do a video that may have been uploaded the same day as this one. I still haven't decided in which order I'm gonna do it in. But basically, I went over the first two boxes I had. And this video, I'll be going over I believe the last two that I've purchased. So that's gonna be on the right side of the rock box. It's those two, right there. So as you might have guessed, there's obviously going to be some repeats of the rocks that I have in these two cases right here. But for the most part, they should be different. And for this first one, this is normally the box that I use to carry the rocks I use for hardness testing. But I guess I've swapped it over to just holding any rock that I don't have room for in my other boxes. So let's see. This first one, let me just zoom out a little bit. Boop, that should be good. Yellow calcite right here. It's either that or honey calcite, but it's very smooth and slick, kind of like honey. So I prefer to call this piece honey calcite, even if it may just be yellow calcite. This next piece right here is a bunch of something called turquoise, which you're probably thinking, turquoise is a color, not a rock. Turquoise is a color that's actually been named off of a rock. To be interesting, let me just zoom in again. Darn camera. Most of these are man-made, but these are actually natural specimens that have been cut from a larger one. This piece stands out a little bit because it is actually blue agate. I believe my brother actually put this in here one time on accident, but it's been in there ever since, and I'm not taking it out anytime soon. Red jasper, you've already seen that one. You don't need to know anything about that. Green and purple fluorite mixed, which for a long time I thought were actually watermelon tourmaline specimens, and I lost my mind because watermelon tourmaline is a rock I've been after for a while. But it's nothing, that's not what these are. These are purple and these are bicolor pieces of fluorite. Next piece is iron stained quartz. The difference between this and regular quartz is it's more smokier, and there are pieces of slight mica on it. And one of these pieces is a Herkimer diamond in disguise. I think this might be it that I'm holding right here. But it's actually really fine looking. For a quartz piece to be considered as a Herkimer diamond, I believe that it has to have a certain optical quality to it. And I think that if I cut that piece down a little bit, that might be able to meet the standards. Also, this could be one piece too, because I'm starting to see some like rainbow in it. I'm not even sure what that is. These next pieces are some really dingy looking pieces of amethyst, and I prefer to keep them in here because they don't look as good as some of the other specimens that I have. No offense, guys, but I've seen better. This next piece is red calcite. It's a really interesting form of calcite, one of my favorites. And it often has orange almost in it. It looks like lava in a rock, and then you've got some pieces have white in it as well, like this one. Very interesting. Next piece is zebra jasper, I believe, which is actually on this poster up here. Not sure where. I'm looking for it. Ah, yeah, right there. Zebra jasper. That's the same thing. And this next piece is tiger's eye. You already know what tiger's eye is. So, I'm just going to close this and move on to the next box. Here we are. This box has a lot more variation than this last one. So, behold. I don't know. So, for this first piece, this is ruby, otherwise known as corundum, but with the pink coloring. It's very fine, and these pieces all share a resemblance, hexagonal crystal form. This next piece is quartz with mica. It has a lot of mica sheets on it, and then just obviously the piece of quartz right there. I actually had a sneaky suspicion at one point that this was aquamarine, but if it was, trust me, I'd know. I have a sense for these things. And this mica flakes off pretty easily. That's what you're seeing down there. This next piece is, I think it's tree agate. No, sorry, this is a cat's eye. I forgot what this is actually called, but it's known as cat's eye. And it's basically just that crystal mixed in with some mineral right here. I just forgot what the actual name is. So if you want to know what that name is, just look up cat's eye. It's perfect. This next piece is think it's, yeah, green. It's tree agate, I believe. It's either that or green moss agate. No, wait, that's somewhere else. This is tree agate. I get mixed up on this box a lot because this one is a little bit more recent. This next piece, or pieces, are garnet. Specifically, what's it called? The red form of garnet, which, oh my god, I'm having a brain fart right now because I can't remember what it is. I think it's Vesuvianite garnet or something like that. Something like along those lines, but that's what all these pieces are. They're all the same thing. They're just highly unpolished and not very gemmy, meaning that they're not... I got my phone. You're not able to see them very well. So this next piece is garnet. Or not garnet, that was the last piece. This is granite, pink granite specifically. And it's just a mix of, obviously, granite that's been stained pink with some other minerals like feldspar. And they're pretty strong in terms of hardness, but they have no one hardness because, of course, they're different minerals mixed together. Here's some, what's it called, regular granite with some other orange mineral mixed in. I haven't quite found time to identify that yet. But that's what all this is, and these are used in countertops. This is crocodilite. Very interesting looking rock. Don't have much to say on it, however. This is Ilite, otherwise known as poor man's sapphire. You can't quite see it, but it's pretty blue. If I just reach down here for a second and pull out this spray bottle. Take this and then, hold on, other side. There we go. Rub that in some. And you can kind of see the bluish purple a little bit. I don't have my flashlight on me, but if I did, I would do a diaphaneity test. This is white laced agate. Pretty nice looking, pretty rock. This next piece is, I actually forget what this is. I think this is schist. It's a mineral rather than a crystal. This right here is green moss agate. I have a bunch of this. Some forms larger than others. This, I have no idea what it is called. I forgot completely the name of it, but it's somewhere in my rock box. So I'll tell you that in a second here. All right, so I have consulted the book, and using one very balanced hand, I can show you that this right here is Posca Night. So this rock right over, now I can't find it, great. Where is it? All right, here. This rock right here is Posca Night. That's what that is. So next to that one, we've got Dalmatian Jasper, which some of these pieces formed a lot better than others. But this is basically the polar opposite of snowflake obsidian. These right here are quartz with, I believe, hematite inclusions, and that's what the black is. If I can find a good example of that. Yeah, right there. There's the hematite. This hematite was not so lucky to be so nice looking because it was growing out of another rock. This is blue calcite. Right here. These are, what are these? Why can't I remember? Oh, this is ocean jasper. These all form really strange, but for the most part, they're green, white, and blue. This one had a lot more white in it than most ocean jaspers. Put that back in there. And last row before this special rock, this is actually green opal, which is interesting because when people hear the name opal, they think expensive and pretty rock. But no, this one is rather slightly less nice than that. This is a bunch of smoky quartz. I'm sure that a lot of you guys, oh my goodness. I'm sure that a lot of you guys know what that is, but for the most part, not many of you do, so let me tell you. It's basically just darker quartz, which means that there's a specific another chemical in there that I'm not sure what the name of it is. This right here is one of my absolute favorite slots of any rock box that I have. These are emeralds, and these, some of them were really ugly, and then some of them were nicer, but then some of them, also that is a very fine looking green piece, but then some of them formed really nicely, like this piece right here. Let me get out the spray bottle again. This is terrible for the top of the rock box, but who cares? Don't know if you guys can see that. Let me just dry that off. Aha. There's that nice rich green color. Could marvel all day about how nice this piece is, specifically, but I found this in Hiddenite, North Carolina. I'll always remember that. This is Milky Quartz. It's just quartz where it's really hard to see through it. It has terrible optical properties. Like, look at this. Can't even see through it. Last bit. This is Fluorescent Quartz, otherwise known as, well, that is really interesting. You can basically see the reflection of my phone in there. Not quite my face. Anyway, yeah. That's what that is. I think it's iridescent quartz. That's the name of it. Or rainbow quartz, for those of you who prefer a more simple name. But that is the second part of the tour. I'll be uploading the next video, hopefully, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But I'll see you guys next video. Peace.